like there's this little knoll way in the back of the field where it's not too bad. Yeah, I finally get out of here for the last load to film some, because I'm running wagons and stuff all day. They're doing other things. We'll see where he goes. Well, the Johnson grass is going to add some tonnage for us. And like I said in the last video, herbicide efficacy was weak. It's non-GMO corn and we couldn't get what we wanted this year for weed control. But you chop it up into little bits and ferment it and they'll eat it. Now obviously with the Johnson grass being frosted off, you got to worry about some of the prussic acid. So we'll let it ferment to small time. The silage will fully ferment in 3 weeks. And sometimes, yeah, the grass makes it a little challenging. Got to back up and get another go at it. Oh, and we're rolling away again. Now this, yeah, some of the best corn is back, way in the back here. This corn took the first time, so it survived all the rain right after it was planted. This was much worse when the corn was greener. And right at that spot, there was also a lot of down corn. The deer have had their fun back here, I guess. Obviously, there's lots of trees around. Not a whole lot of open fields, so they got a lot of room to romp and play and hide in the woods. That doesn't help us out. Might need to get Dad to lower the spout on the blower a little bit. He's kind of getting a little bit on the roof. So yeah, this stuff's a little dry because we didn't replant it back here. It's okay corn. It's corn that the cows are going to eat, and that's what we got, and they'll survive. Now the stalks are still really wet. I know a few of the ears are hanging. Like, it'd be hard to get all the way back here through the corn we replanted just to get to this. And if all the corn looked like this, yeah, we'd probably have quite a bit more silage. We're only going to fill the silo maybe half full. But look at the positives. We got the nice new lovely exhaust system on the chopper. It's comparatively quieter. The spout's lower. And so far, like no breakdowns, just digging grass and ears of corn out from underneath the lower gathering chain. They get wedged in there. And usually that's when there's a stalk that's not standing straight and the ear comes in real low when that happens. Some really decent corn through here, and we're in like a high spot. It rolls away that way and rolls down this way towards the woods, and even comes back at us that way. bucket to pull it all in. It'd be a real nuisance if it was gear drive. So we're running 10 blades instead of all 12, because remember 2 years ago when we ate a chain and pretty much destroyed the one side of the blade. So we destroyed 2 of them real good, and the other 10 were just nicked, and well, yeah, they had their marks in them, and they weren't sharpenable. And the blades have a reversible side to flip the blade around and use the other side. So we're running 10. That's not a very usual configuration, but it works. We got 5 and 5, 2 blanks opposite each other. Nothing's given out, bearings haven't given out, and the length of chop is pretty good. We got that new shear bar in, which is real nice. That's great. Okay, this corn's a little thin, but we'll just focus on the tall stuff. We gotta look at the positive some days. Ooh, and it is getting dark, because you know that's what it does. We're now in daylight wasting time, so it can get dark an hour earlier and light an hour earlier, and currently shift our sleep schedule and all that fun stuff. I'll try to get some more footage. We'll see if we can squeeze these last few rows on this wagon. That'll probably be the last load of silage. I don't know how many we did, maybe 20. It takes close to 40 to fill the silo. But once we had those frost, it went a lot better. Yay, headlights. So it's time to stick a fork in it. We're done. This is the last load. Dad squeezed it all on, and this is the fullest he's filled one. I don't know if you can see, but we got it fairly close to the roof. You know, okay, there might be a foot there, but for the angle, we're not down low shooting up. We're kind of almost trying to shoot level in. And, you know, they're not LED lights, so the lighting here is a little low. It's nice and warm and yellow, and not blinding and sterile like a hospital surgery room. But we can see enough. The camera doesn't show that off. We'll check silo, and I'll make a video on the first fork down and how full we get it. And we have to climb up there eventually and push that down so the cows can eat the silage up on the roof. But it's great, we're done. What is this, November 8th? And finally, it's a silage season. I mean, we didn't start until October 23rd. A small rain delay, and mostly what we really needed was the frost. Now that area where we chopped, somebody is gonna say, and I already talked about the tile need, but not, I don't know, less than 5 years ago, maybe it was 5 years or so, I ear picked exactly where we chopped in November. So either if there is tile problems, they've happened since then, or we've just been that wet, which is very possible, because you know, we're 5 inches ahead for the year right now, and we're in our second longest dry stretch, forecasted and actual play out. So we're on like day 10 or 11 right now. We'll get close to 2 weeks when it rains Friday or Thursday, which is as long as it's been without rain pretty much all year. So whatever that means, the weathermen will start complaining that we're not getting our monthly average of 4 inches. Well, 4 times 12 is 48, and we only are supposed to average 40, or actually high 30s, not even 40. So really it's only somewhere in the 3s, and we're good for getting an inch a week, we'll say. Not on the calendar every Tuesday night or anything, but say every 4 days or sooner. Well, that was my rain-hate rant yet again. I could go on about political stuff, make people mad, but You know, it's a farm community. I'm pretty sure you guys have a pretty good lay of the land on how that's going to roll. So at least everybody can get behind hating the rain, hopefully. I know there's some of you guys in dry areas like the Dakotas who don't get any. I'll trade you. I mean, that's definitely out in the boonies out there, but I wouldn't know what to do wanting rain. That'd be different.